Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, the Race Against Caruso, set in Sapienza. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of White Half. So on to our briefing, short and sweet, exit C play. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 3 of them. One must be eliminated whilst disguised as the gardener in an accident explosion, one as the mansion staff also in an accident explosion, and one any way we see fit. And we also have only one exit available to us, and we cannot pacify anyone as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the harbour, and we'll be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick, a pneumatic gas grenade, along with our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to do a little bit of legwork first of all. So we are going to make our way into the church crypt area, and we're going to take out the surveillance system first of all, as we will be spotted by cameras otherwise. So we're just going to lockpick our way straight into the crypt, and then into the church area and the priest's cell, and in here we will find a surveillance system which we will then shoot with our silenced pistol, taking care of all of the cameras on the map. So we're going to use the sewers area to get to our next location, which will be the apartment building just over by the morgue. So we're just going to run straight through the sewers, past the inflatable crocodile, and up to the top floor here. And up here we will encounter a Caruso Villa gardener just off on his way to start his shift. There he is. We're just going to let him get ahead of us there, and then we can make our way into his apartment. We're going to grab the apartment key. We're going to grab the key card from the bedside table and the gardener's outfit. Now this will make the gardener, who has just left, an enforcer, and unfortunately he is now taking the exact same route that we want to take to the Caruso Villa. So we're just going to casually walk along and take our time and follow the other gardener on his way, and then once he gets into the Caruso Villa we can then start to speed up again. So there is the gardener up ahead of us. He's going to make his way up onto the promenade area and into the Caruso Villa, and once he gets up the stairs inside the villa we can then veer off to our right. He will go left, and we can then speed up a little bit, as we still have a fair bit to do before we get to our targets. So once he's in the Caruso Villa, he's going to go out of the door just in front of us. We're going to give him a bit of time to get ahead of us. We managed to catch him up quite quickly. So he's going to head off now to his left. We can now make our way to our right, and we're heading for the observatory building, and more specifically the roof of said building. So we're going to duck in through Francesca's window so that we aren't having to stand around lockpicking any doors. We're going to make our way straight up into the observatory area, and we're going to grab the biolab key card from the desk there, and then make our way back outside and head up to the roof. And just on the roof above this drain pipe we will find a propane cylinder, which will come in very handy for our first elimination. So once we have the propane cylinder, we can now descend back down to the ground floor, be aware of the patrolling guard who currently isn't around, and also be aware of Caruso and his goons, one or two of which may be enforcers. They're currently heading off to the garden area to play golf, so we can make our way past the dining room, and we're just going to throw our propane cylinder on the floor around about here, and that looks pretty good. There is our first target, and in a few moments he will come out and have a cigarette, and that will set off the propane cylinder and eliminate our first target. So up he goes. We need his outfit, but we can't just run straight over and take it. So what we're going to do is select our gas grenade, make our way into the shed here, and as you can see there are a couple of other gardeners in this area, one of whom seems to have not understood how tables work. We're going to throw our gas grenade between the pair of them, making them both sick and no longer enforcers, enabling us to grab the propane cylinder from the shelf. And if we make our way just down the stairs here and hang around for a few minutes, the guards will bring our mansion staff outfit to us. And at this point also the gardeners will be returning. One of them's already in position, but they will both have their backs to us. And once we have the mansion staff outfit on, they will no longer be enforcers. So we're now going to casually make our way to the bio lab, and we're taking our time because the explosion will send Caruso and his bodyguards running, and some of them may start getting held up and dragged up with their feet. And as we make our way into the trespassing areas, there's a possibility that one of them could still be coming up these stairs. So we want to take our time getting here, but once we're here we can speed up once again, and we're going to make our way down into the bio lab using the key card we've collected. And if we turn around to our right, we will encounter our next target, who is just on guard here. Now he's going to move into a position closer to us, and when he does, we're going to wait for him to go back to the position he's currently in, and we are going to place our propane cylinder on the floor right where he is currently standing now. So when he turns his back, we can just see his head there looking around. He will move away again very shortly. There he goes. And we're going to place our propane cylinder just here by the crate, and we're going to move around and use the pallets and boxes on the far side here for cover. And when he moves back into his other position, we can then pull out our silenced pistol and we can shoot 2 rounds into the propane cylinder. So we're just going to get a nice clear view of the cylinder. 2 quick rounds into the cylinder, and that is our second target eliminated. We're now going to run up the pathway to our left here, as again the explosion will cause some panic and many guards will come running. We're just going to wait right here for everybody to lose interest and go back to their usual routines, and then we can descend down the pathway and we can take the guard's outfit now, as there are no requirements for our third and final target, who is located in the Sapienza ruins. So we're just going to use the drain pipe here to scoot down, and we can then use the pathway leading to the ruins to avoid any enforcers over the bridge area, so we don't have to do any distractions or rendering anyone unconscious, which we cannot do anyway. And if we go this way, we will encounter nobody. So our target is at the top of the tower, so we're going to have to make our way all the way up the tower, and what we'll do is keep it nice and simple, and when we get up there we can eliminate the target any way we see fit. but we'll just keep it simple as I mentioned, and we'll just take him on a very quick and very terminal flying lesson and the express route to the ground floor. So getting slightly dizzy running up all of these stairs in a circle, but eventually we get to the top. We're just going to position ourselves behind our target, and that's for throwing a cigarette in these ancient ruins. This is a protected site, and he bounced quite nastily off of that wall at the bottom there. So with all of our targets now taken care of, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and we are just going to retrace our steps out of the ruins and to our one and only exit, which, as mentioned in the briefing, is the seaplane exit. So we're just going to go back along the path and over to the pier into the seaplane, and I haven't actually got my pilot's license, so let's try not to crash on our way out of Sapienza. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we've met our objectives, which will give us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.